So we do start with our standard routine today to realign our awareness for our body, how to use, but from Ushiro. So make your knees and ankles and hip joints flexible to move, expand your center, and then drop your shoulders. From Oshiro Yotodori, different to standing in front of the partner, facing the partner. The shoulders don't go backwards, downwards, they roll forward to get free. That's a big difference, right? If we are in this position, we would not roll them forward, but backwards. So the shoulder blades are gliding around the rib cage and coming downwards. Now in this case, if I would go backwards, I actually extend towards Alphonse. But to drop the arms, they first roll forward, also elbows turn outwards. And then if there's a certain point when my arms extend downwards, of course, my shoulder blades come down as well. Okay? So just try this position first, the basic setup. Okay. So of course that's just a prelude, a preparation practice, like a standard routine to get back to the same understanding and feeling how to be in a natural body. So we go to Shirori Yotedori. Now, in this moment, you already have this kind of feeling. So your leg joints are completely free, center is expanded, but the shoulders also are free to move and very soft. Okay. So with the entrance, we come to this kind of feeling. And then we continue with the standard procedure once again. Okay, until there. So change partner. Okay. Bernhard. Aihanmi katate dori dozo. Aihanmi. Just keep your stance. Again. Let go. The other side. Okay. Only aihanmi. And make the partner move like that. Check the distance here. Now check how my arms coming around my body, and by changing the weight distribution from the front to the back side in my hanmi, I take him around. Okay? Try that, please. I have to check myself on the recording later if I showed what I show now before or if I didn't show. So, it was I showed this. I leave this point where it is. I turn around. I change position. I turn around. Don't move. And I shift my weight. Yeah, but it's not only changing on the spot, it's also that I turn towards the partner. I don't turn half and then try to pull. I turn completely. So, once again from this side. Some of you did like this now when I observe this, and then turn half and try to pull like that. But I tried to turn completely and just shift the weight. Maybe I didn't show that. I'm not sure. Maybe I was lazy. So this stays where it is. The distance to this hand is like so. This would be too close, just like normal hanmi position. Now, turn around, arm and feet. Change the position. Now, turn around and take weight balance to the backside. Okay? We try one more time. Let's go. Okay, one more thing. Seems to be so complicated. So I don't understand your ukemi because even if it is just an, let's say, isolated part of the movement according to this one arm, how it works by your body position and changing weight, your ukemi should be related to the future form of Ushiro Yotodori. And running backwards to follow is just wrong. So I come to you, I grasp. I see a lot of people doing like this. And this would be never like that in Ushiro Yotodori if you are connected with the second hand. But I was thinking like, you probably should now understand yourself and know how to follow kind and softly. Because then, if you keep yourself soft and flexible, as we usually try to do, it is like you extend and you come around and you turn around like normal. In every technique we would go like that. We would never start running backwards as uke because this is somehow not functional. Or, I'm not sure, do you see some technique where we, as uke, start to circle around the tori running backwards? Maybe there is in Shio-naga a situation where you feel like it's necessary to do tenkan-ho. It's a classical form of ukemi, but in this case, for ryotodori or shirotodori, it would not be happening if the second arm comes there. So, Shio-naga ura from sitting, yeah, hanmi-antachi. Yeah, that's the only form. And it's a big difference because you're sitting and I'm standing. Yeah, but there is one where you go backwards. Thank you. Now, of course, if you are connected with the second hand, turn around, same practice like before. No, same practice like before. You turn around on the spot, you change position. Now, of course, there's Ushiro Yotodori. Now you do the same like before. Of course, I go facing the partner. I would not let go and walk backwards in circles. One more time. We start with the same I hanmi, change your position. Now there is the second hand in connection, and now you do the same thing with this hand only. And start, making me move. Okay, so I follow like this. All right? So we try to construct Ushiryoto Dori entrance form from both sides, from Tori's technique as well as Uke's kata technique, kata form. Okay? Go ahead. Okay. Wow. This is like deconstructing and re-engineering. Now the second form, let me think. Yes. It's like that. So your Migi Hanmi, right foot forward. Then take your left, like this. And I'm standing here. Okay? It's, again, one of an exception, or how do you say, some mini part in the form. Now, standing in this situation is very close, of course. Usually this hand is grasped, but now we are just talking about this hand. Here, I come to watch my wrist as if I would watch a wrist watch. And now, I take and bring her aside. Take my weight back and bring her aside. Okay? So this kind of influence happens. It's a little bit, how do you, like Yakuanmita, like this form. But due to the fact that we are in Aihanmi positioning, and this is front, it's of course going to the outside, not to the front. Okay, so left foot forward. Yes, I put my right foot in front of you. You grasp right to right. And I take a connection and direct Sylvia there. So when I'm saying I take a connection, yes, it means that by taking my arm up here, what is not against her power, I cannot do, but away from that, I want to create connection from my wrist to her elbow, to the shoulder, to the spine. So if I put now my weight downwards and a little bit to the outside, she's collapsing. Is that understandable what I'm talking about? Yeah? Just to set it up one more time from this perspective, you're the left foot forward. So I'm right foot, right hand, right hand. Now, if I would go in this direction, of course, you're strong. But if I take you here towards me, it's like that. Now, I sit down a little bit and turn outside. Like this. Like this. To make the partner step. Do you think we can do this isolated practice? Is it too complicated? No. You can do. Go ahead. Okay. 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 You got that? No, you didn't get it. I can see it from here. Okay. But could be at the uke end or at the tori end, I don't know, maybe we have to check that again. So get a step further, onegaishimasu. Now, we start with the same situation. So for instance, your left foot forward in this position, but not close. Yes, thank you. So now, we have been just in this case here. That was the situation. Now, we just practiced this kind of influence, right? All right, now I reach out with my hand here. And as you remember, in the previous form, without this hand, it was this sitting or changing the weight balance from this front foot to the other side, what made you move. Come back. In this moment, with the second form, it was also this kind of connection and changing weight to make a move. Now we combine that and use that gap underneath your arm to turn around fully again. Okay? You stand right foot forward. I come in front of you. This is the arm what we just practiced. This is the previous arm what slings around my body. Now I do this kind of influence. Here is already maximal, let's say, tension, or it's not tension in terms of being stiff, but there's some connection. Now I start to influence your upper body's direction and sit down to the other. Now there's this gap and I turn underneath. Is that too complicated? Maybe you feel you can do that perfectly. But what I saw before when I could observe your Ushiro-Yotodori entrance and this specific moment, that there was some part of influence what was depend on speed or rotation or pulling action instead of this sensitive guiding where you can still relax your upper body and use your center and your leg work to make the partner move. By the way, we started with exactly this practice as a setup. We didn't want to use our arms, but we used center and leg work. Okay? That applied on this situation, center and leg influence. Now, other side forward. Keeping this soft, but center and leg work. Other side forward. The other side. Okay, I reach out here. There's the arm. Okay? This specific moment I want you to catch. Maybe it's too stupid to do it so differentiated or so detailed. But if you cannot do that without of using power, then it's critical sometimes, because if uke feels like being pulled or Tori uses strength or speed of turning to take uke around. A natural counter would be to also use power, to use strength and hold stronger. And then it's difficult to get in this movement. Okay, try one more time. I'm sure, or maybe we can finish the form in the end of the class. Ja, aber natürlich hinter. Okay, I'm so complicated. Sorry. All right. Okay. Sorry. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Du musst, ja. Josef, stell dich mit dem Fuß vor den Alfons. Und dann gib deinen Arm da. Aber lass den mal locker hier. Ja, so ganz weich. Erst mit dem vorderen Arm führen. Nach oben, aus. Nach außen. Nee, andersrum. Nach außen. Und setz dich und dreh dich drunter her. Okay. Ah. Hi. Hi, fantastic. Okay. Okay, it's so funny today. Sorry. Actually, before the class, we discussed that so far almost every video what we streamed on YouTube has 100% likes. Today, there will be 100% dislikes. What are they doing there? Now, why is it so important? Look, this specific situation creates a lot of influence to the uke. If I can coordinate this upper hand and this arm coming around, with a very small movement, I create a very strong effect of kuzushi. But therefore, you have to be in a good position. So the distance to the partner is critical, as well as the timing. Going too fast disrupts or destroys this connection. Then going too close doesn't work. Using more power creates more stress for tori. But if you find the right moment and right position and relaxing by using the whole stance, by turning around fully, it's really good. Especially, maybe, I know you can do too, but I ask you to be very strong in this position, very strong, extremely strong. Are you? Okay, good, you try. So if I would try to take power or force, it's so difficult, but if I use the relaxation, it's so easy. So as long as I can leave the arms in this kind of soft status, it's much more easy. It's just the turning and the weight balance what accelerates his kuzushi. So even though you hold me tight or in a bad position, so to say, just by slinging this arm around and bringing connection to his body, it's like simple to move. Now, it gets worse and worse. Of course, this is not what's necessary to do. You don't need to put all your force inside. But if it's, how can I say? It's the contradiction what solves the situation. Not using force against partner. Because how could I mean, you are big and strong and you have a lot of power in your shoulders. If I try to pull by my arms, it creates a very bad situation for both of us actually. It's painful then for my shoulder joints and elbow joints. But if I relax and use center and leg work, it's quite easy. Now, anyhow, I want you to make this kind of kuzushi influence because then it's so easy to take the partner down. Let's at least finish with one form. Okay, try a bit ikkyo. はい。終わります。Okay. So this was a kind of a very, very, very detailed basic class of Shiryo Todori. Maybe you said it's much easier to do it all in once, right? Okay. Maybe I was wrong to take the details in close view. Anyhow. Arigatou gozaimashita. どうぞ。